All right, we're gonna share our secret with you. I shouldn't be sharing it because what if it doesn't happen? That's what my brain goes to, but the secret is Good morning, everybody. Welcome to Brown's Family Homestead. In this video, I'm just bringing you along for weeding, showing you a garden update, a harvest basket, a pregnant cow update because that's fun, and a meat bird update. We also got 50 more meat chickens, but a different breed. So I'm excited to share this stuff with you guys and bring you along for our farm update day. Let's go. This is coming up to the watermelon patch, so I have big watermelons like the sangria watermelons, and then I have personal size watermelons over here. So these are doing really well. It took a bit for them to take off and have their roots really established, but doing pretty well. Okay, so coming over to our carrot, onion, and lettuce bed, we have gotten buckets of lettuce from this bed. It's starting to bowl. It's starting, like, the weather's just a little bit too hot for it, so it doesn't have much longer left, but our onions are doing great. We just had a lot of rain, so they're in desperate need for a good weeding. But our carrots are looking great too. Like, they don't have much longer left. And then over here, we have our peppers, tomatoes, nasturtium. You can see some tomatoes over here. This all is doing really well. Fun fact, it's good to go up to a tomato plant and do this and just give it a little shake. Also, I've been really trying to keep the bottom part of my tomato plants as just far away from the ground as possible, just creating more airflow. So I've like pruned down here. Like, these are a little bit too close to the ground than I'd like, but they have some little tomatoes on it, so I don't want to trim it off. And then also when you're pruning, when you're pruning your tomatoes, if you see anything growing in like the armpit of the main stem, like right here, you wanna take it off, just like this. So just keeps it nice and pruned and happy. Here's another one. So I've been doing that when I can, but everything seems to be doing well in this bed. Our strawberries are doing great. So the thing with strawberries is, if we wanted strawberries this year, we would want to cut off all these runners that are coming off of the main plant. But because I care more about next year's harvest, I'm gonna let them keep going and I'm gonna let them root in the ground. So next year we'll have a bunch of strawberry plants. And then this is a sad bed. I planted 6 asparagus and only 1 came up. But good thing it's a perennial and it'll seed itself. But yeah, that's our sad little single asparagus. Our corn is doing awesome. We have the male end of the plant. If you guys didn't know, I talked about this on my Instagram. If you didn't know this, if you are growing corn in not large quantities, and I would say I am not growing it in large quantities, there is the male part of the plant, and then there is the female end, which is the silks. And each little strand of the silk is connected to one kernel. And every single one of these strands has to get pollinated by this. And if they don't, that's when you open up corn and it has like a missing kernel. Just because it wasn't fully pollinated. So you can actually ensure pollination by taking off these and sprinkling them over this. So I might do that. But, okay, over here we have had some high winds. So normally these are standing up tall, but some days they're slumped over because they're so big. But this is the broccoli, and it's massive. And I think we have a little critter on it. I need to check. I haven't been able to check yet, but yeah, these are huge and doing well, and our pole beans are doing great, and our cucumber is not. It's still not doing great. If you've probably seen that on a video where this cucumber has just had a terrible time. It has like a white stem rot. We were watering it too much, but then we were getting so much rain and it just like rotted out. And so yeah, it's starting to get new leaves, so I'm just gonna let it be, but it really has not been doing great. So over here, this is where the tomatoes are. I planted nasturtium here because this is a trailing tall nasturtium. Not all of them are like that. I'm gonna start trellising it on this trellis because tomatoes love nasturtium and peppers because it helps keep the pests away. And yeah, so I'm gonna have this grow with the tomatoes. So over here we have the sugar snap pea area, and it is taking over my trellises. Like, note to self, I need a much bigger trellis for these. And I also planted just probably too much for the area. So it's producing so much. It's really happy. It's just one day I'm gonna wake up and this whole trellis is gonna be gone, flipped over, probably pulling everything by the root. So over here I have some carrots, just younger than over there. And then I have some spring mix that, look, I cannot keep up with the lettuce. It's been producing so well that I just was not ready for that much lettuce. Here are our potatoes, and they're starting to die off, which means it's almost harvest time, which I have a video from the way I potted them to our harvest. So when I harvest these, it will all be in one video from start to finish, which I don't usually see. You usually only see like how to plant potatoes and then harvest day. Well, I'm gonna have a video that is everything. So I'm excited. It could be a total fail. I don't know what to expect this year. I'm not expecting a ton because I've never grown potatoes before, but subscribe if you want to see the harvest. The blueberries are the biggest hit out of everything. The kids immediately run out here and just eat all of them, so I haven't been able to bring any out. So my husband, Ange, was like, well, we need to get like 10 more because he loves them so much. Everybody does. So obviously they're going to produce more and more every year. But I don't know. We can eat a lot. And then over here is our raspberries. And these are doing great. Like, when we got them, they were really small. So they're all really healthy. And then I just planted some grapes, some seedless grapes right here, just like a couple days ago. So that is our garden. Oh, I spy someone stealing blueberries. I'm gonna get some lettuce for dinner tonight. So the problem with how I trellis this one is there's so many peas that are stuck like inside of this one that it's hard to get to. I think the goal for tonight is just to have enough to have as a little side with some dressing, even put them in our salad. Okay. How could I forget about the star of the show? So last year I planted 5 hollyhock plants that I started from seed right here, and it turned into hundreds of plants. Isn't that gonna be so cool? I'm so excited. They get like this tall. I mean, like 6 feet tall last year, so this is just gonna be beautiful. What are you doing? Eating lettuce. Hey! Did you get in the sprinkler?
Huh.
Yeah. Come see our new 50 temporary pets. Okay, so right here we have our 50 Cornish cross meat birds from Meyer Hatchery. We bought these with our own money. But if you want a code for some money off, I can include it either in the description or on this video clip right here. But man, oh man, are they different from even Rainbow Rangers. And if you have never had meat birds before, it is crazy the difference between a laying hen and a meat bird with how they act. They are so food driven. Even at a week old, we had to start taking the food away. It's just crazy at night. So yeah, this is them. They all came happy and healthy, and I'll bring you out to the meat birds in a little bit to check out our Rainbow Rangers who are almost done. Almost to processing day. Okay, so here's Pepper, the Black Angus right there. She's due any day, so we're just kind of watching her now. Flies are pretty bad today. And there's our new calf. He's doing good. He's looking strong and he's happy, but he needs a friend, Pepper. He needs a friend. So yeah, she gives us more and more signs every day, I feel like. But yeah, her bag's definitely looking big today. So just kind of watching her. Any day you're probably gonna get another calf video on here. Here's our meat birds. They're looking really big to the point where we don't even know if they're gonna fit in our killing cones. Because I don't know if I've told you guys, we're planning on processing these ourselves. So that's a whole different vlog. But we don't know if they're gonna fit in the cones, that's the problem. Okay, so this right here is my new flower drying area where I want flowers all throughout this barn. Okay, the secret in the beginning of the clip that I was talking about is I have always loved flowers so much. My grandma Bricker specifically made me fall in love with flowers. Actually, her birthday's today, and she has always had these beautiful English gardens and just taught me so much growing up about flowers. And I just have loved them ever since I was a little kid. And so the thought of having a cut flower garden has always been a desire of mine, but very like unrealistic. Until this year when we are coming up with a plan to make it happen with a greenhouse. So the plan is to have our whole cut flower garden in a 20 by 50 greenhouse and grow flowers, and we're gonna have a farm stand next year, and that's gonna be super exciting footage because I have not seen a lot of videos of like people bringing you along on the day-to-day, like we're opening our farm stand, here's a weekend of opening and closing, how much money we made, if it's profitable. But I'm gonna make bouquets by the road and do some other things that I'm not gonna share with you yet, but I have some pretty cool ideas in store for a way to make a farm stand modern, aesthetically pleasing, and something you don't really see in this area. We live in a really small town farm community, and I just want to bring a little bit of youth into this area. And so next year will be our farm stand. Next year should be a cut flower garden, hopefully, fingers crossed. But cat's out of the bag. Told you, keep me accountable because I want to make it happen, but it seems kind of scary right now. But yeah, that's our little secret. That's our farm update. So if there's something you want to see more of, just let me know in the comments below, and I will bring you along more on what you want to see. But some cool videos that we have coming up are our meat birds. We have documented every single thing going into our meat birds. So with our Rainbow Rangers, we documented exactly how much food was going into them, how often we were feeding them, and all of that. And with our Cornish cross, we have documented every single thing, like down to the cents. So we're gonna have a video coming out soon of, if you're new to meat birds, you don't know which one you're gonna want to do. We know which one's gonna make a little bit more, but it's good to see things on paper. We're expecting that the Rainbow Rangers are gonna taste a little bit better. Their processing day is July 22nd, so if you're seeing this before July 22nd, processing day is coming up soon. And then the Cornish cross, we expect to be more profitable, but it's gonna be good to see some stuff on paper. And also just get an opinion from us actually eating our birds. But yeah, so if you want to see something more, comment below. But with that being said, we make videos every single week, and we'll see you again next weekend with a new video. Bye!